Northbound, southbound, they tried to put a spike strip down for this guy near Washington Boulevard. That failed. Has been traveling down the 405, avoided another spike strip there in the OC, and now we're down by San Clemente.
San Clemente. So, again, he's covered a lot of ground. Rick Dickert was just pointing out that it looks like going on about 100 miles at least that this driver has covered in the 2 hours now that this pursuit has been underway. This began in Canoga Park. Again, we do know that the SUV is registered in Canoga Park and we believe that the single driver here is likely or possibly a Hispanic male in his 20s. And again, they tried to pull this SUV over for reckless driving, failure to yield, possibly a DUI.
Do we have your microphone back, Rick?
Yeah, I think we're good on the communication method up here in Skyfox as we make our way down into South Orange County, the far south end of the county here, towards the border of San Diego County. A little bit more in the way of traffic, although it loosens up just pockets of heavier volume, but no stop-and-go traffic as far as I can see. For miles to the south, I can see the San Onofre nuclear power plant, Camp Pendleton, the stretch of 5 freeway here that goes all the way into San Diego County and downtown San Diego. And we'll see how long this pursuit goes. How much gas this Navigator still has, that's unclear at this time. It's got to be running lower, that's for sure. With the amount of miles, the speed that he's been traveling, even if he had a full tank when the pursuit started. And that was at about 12:15 this morning. Very close to where this Lincoln Navigator is registered, we've just found out in Calabasas. The pursuit starting in the Lost Hills area. Sheriff's Department, Lost Hills Sheriff's Department started the pursuit. They quickly handed it off to the California Highway Patrol, and it's been all CHP since, from the air and on the ground here. Fortunately, we've seen the majority of the pursuit. We have not seen any accidents at this time. Nobody has been injured. Motorists who are on these stretches of freeway have been very good about slowing down, not trying to be heroes, pulling off to the right as you always should, giving officers a good space to do their job and to end this peacefully. 2 attempts at the spike strip deployment have not worked. Really no chance for a pit maneuver. The precision immobilization technique that officers use, bumping the back end of the vehicle and spinning them out, that hasn't been an option as of yet. So here we are, 2 hours in, guys, and we're approaching the border of San Diego County.
You talked about how safe it has been relatively, as we could say, in terms of as pursuits go. This is in large part because this pursuit has stayed on the freeways, and that the freeways have been pretty open. We haven't seen any sort of a backup. That's sort of when we run into some of the danger, is when there's a lot of congestion and they try to make some evasive maneuvers to try to get around these vehicles. And Rick, of course, when they get into residential areas or into city areas, and then we're looking at them crossing intersections, getting on medians, on sidewalks. But for the most part, this freeway, this chase has stayed on the freeways of Southern California.
Yeah, it certainly has. Only one time.
Okay, Rick, do we have you? We're going to wait while we get his microphone back. And again, southbound 5 right now. There was only one time the vehicle got off, and that was in the Lost Hills area. Got off the freeway for just a moment there, exited in Lost Hills, then got back on the freeway, and has been relatively smooth sailing. There was only a couple times where he was kind of pinned in by some big rigs that were on the freeway. That was when it was on the 101 freeway, and he was able to jockey around those. There have been a lot of these wide sweeping lane changes from the carpool lane all the way over to the shoulder of the freeway and then back again. Here we are, southbound 5, San Clemente. Do we have your microphone, Rick?
Yeah, I think we're good again here. Sorry about that. As we make our way farther from LA, we're going to have those technical problems. We're doing the best to deal with them now. South on the 5 freeway. This is a stretch of the 5. Let's widen out just a little bit to give a geographical perspective here. Near San Onofre, near Trestles, a very popular surf break here. This is where the 5 almost butts up right against the Pacific shoreline here, much like Pacific Coast Highway. Southbound on the 5 freeway here, approaching the border of San Diego County near Camp Pendleton. This pursuit continues. And the CHP, they were the agency involved early this morning when that pursuit started in the valley at 4:30 and ended at 7 a.m. in northern San Diego County, I should say, in Fallbrook. And this one started in the valley, the San Fernando Valley, and now making its way, most likely, if it doesn't end in the next couple of minutes, into San Diego County and points south. You can go all the way to the Mexican border on Interstate 5 here, the Golden State Freeway.
And we can just glean that perhaps this is the best strategy to just see how long this person can go, since there haven't been accidents, or accidents. It's sort of been minimalized, the danger here, so they can just let this car go. Obviously, this will come to an end at some point because it doesn't have an infinite amount of gas. Again, we've seen two attempts here with the spike strip, but there really is no telling where this vehicle is going to go.
And it could go a number of places. In fact, this morning when we saw the pursuit, they exited on the Highway 76. 5 freeway here will connect with many freeways. We're going to get into a real urban area of San Diego County, first North County, and then into San Diego proper. It's much like Southern California with many freeway options here. All right, starting to slow down a little bit here.
Yeah,
Well,
looks
and
like
we're
he's going
hearing-
into the shoulder here.
Could be out of gas, pulling off to the right shoulder here.
That is a good
So we'll
possibility
see.
here. Coming to
We'll
us,
see what happens.
slowing
Now,
here and
what will
pulling onto
happen
the
here,
shoulder.
and I'm already seeing this, the CHP is holding traffic. No traffic is going to be able to get to the point of where this driver is. This male Hispanic, possibly in his 20s, traveling southbound on the 5. We're right at the San Onofre nuclear power plant, very close to the border of Orange County and San Diego County here.
There we
and
go.
here it is. Car has come to a stop, either out of gas or perhaps just deciding to give up. His hands are out. It looks like his hands are out, meaning that he's going to be giving up here. Officers are going to give him a clear direction here. You see the K-9 unit. Dogs there as well. They're going to tell him to get out of the car, hands in plain view, back up, walk backwards from the navigator there towards the officers. No abrupt moves. There he is there. Looks like he's got a tank top on, hands behind his back. He's listening to officers. It looks like he's obeying them, doing exactly what they're told. Guns drawn, 5 freeway southbound here, right at the San Onofre nuclear power plant on the border of Orange and San Diego County here, coming to what appears to be a peaceful end. They told him to lift up his shirt. They want to make sure he's got no weapons there. Hands up, keep him behind your back. Face us. Lifted his shirt up again. Gun still drawn here, and they will give him directions, usually to walk backwards and then lay flat on the pavement, arms and legs spread. Then the lead officer will take this individual, this young man, into custody. All because of failure to yield, all because of the fact that he was driving erratically and did not want to pull over. All right, they're having him walk all the way up to the point. Now they're having him kneel down here. We'll see how this comes to an end. Looks like he's looking up for a little bit more direction, but he's doing what he's told. He's not resisting at all, and there we go. He's going to be cuffed, taken into custody. Now, we don't know if there's anybody else inside that vehicle. We had not heard of any other suspects. That's why guns are still drawn. Let's widen out a little bit and show that now that we know that the driver is in custody here. They're going to have to clear the car. An officer will walk up to the back of the car. Still have the K-9 unit there on the left. That car labeled 704 if they need it. And you can see the driver there, definitely in custody now, in cuffs. Now what they're going to do is they're going to have to check out. That's a large vehicle, lots of areas to hide, dark tinted windows. We never saw anybody inside from our vantage point. The passenger front seat was empty, but in the back seat, we just don't know. So we'll see how that unfolds here. Once they clear it, we'll see the 4 fingers, the code 4. And this will officially come to an end. Meanwhile, traffic's backing up. Southbound side of the 5 coming out of Orange County into San Diego County. Traffic is being held. A CHP helicopter continues to circle overhead as well. This pursuit, which started in the San Fernando Valley, West Valley, Agora Hills area, and the Lost Hills Sheriff's Deputies jurisdiction at 12:15 this afternoon. Over 2 hours of this pursuit. Again, the driver just didn't yield. He was driving erratically. They lit him up, didn't pull over, and the pursuit made its way all the way to this point on the South 5. All right, checking the back there, through the tinted windows there. Both officers still have the K-9 unit there just in case if it's needed. I'll open up the back and the back doors there. Look to the back, and once we see, looks like that officer's put his gun back. And this now is
It's clear.
officially what we call a code 4, all clear.
Well, Rick,
Pursuit over. Thankfully, nobody hurt.
If this in fact ended because this SUV ran out of gas, that would be a first for me. I know it happens a lot, but this would be a first
It does
that I
happen.
ever saw a chase end because a vehicle ran out of gas. But hey,
Well,
no one was
given the
hurt. At
vehicle,
least we can.
The gas guzzler and the fact that it covered so much ground, it's a
Yeah.
possibility that that
it
did happen.
was a
Bob,
tank.
Lisa.
Hey, Rick, thank you so much for, as always, your expertise in the sky. I know you need to rest your vocals. 2.5 hours this morning, 2 hours on this one. Plus, we appreciate all your expertise and all the guys up in
thank
Sky
you.
Fox.
Yep,
We'll check with
absolutely.
you guys later. And again, this has come to a peaceful ending without anyone hurt. That we can be thankful for. But this guy, which started out as he'll be facing. For Bobby.